Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Let's go over the physics. So these are the equations that we know, right? I looked these up, and I think I put most of these. Do something. That's better. So we have some specifics here. We've got the radius, which is that, and I just transferred it into meters. Then we have the thickness, which is how thick the basketball is, its outer shell, the original PSI. So what was used in the versions. These are the equations that we know. This is the one that you guys are familiar with, and this is also an equation you should know. Area equals pi r squared. Basically, I set this up as a static equilibrium equation. So basically, if you want to think about it, has to equal the force coming on the outside, has to equal the stress of the ball. Okay, so the forces are coming in, and the forces are going up. So today's goal is really to increase this force until it blows up, and we can do that by increasing the stress. So what I've done here is our other force, and that has to equal to 0 because we're in equilibrium. Okay, this is a little bit over our heads. We're following. Then this variable right here is stress. That's what we're trying to calculate. So that's how much stress is being put on the basketball from pressure. Okay, so I do some calculations using my known equations. I then end up solving, and this again is pressure, right? I end up solving, and I end up getting this value, which is 3,873 kilopascals. Why is that interesting? Because it actually explains the science of why basketballs bounce as well as they do. Because look, the pressure going in is this force, right? So we're putting in a little bit of pressure and getting a lot of stress. So basically when we bounce the ball, that stress is back. Okay, we've actually talked about bouncing basketballs. So our goal today, hopefully we can do it when the ball explodes. So that's our goal. So all we have to do is plug in that value right here, and then hopefully we get something interesting. And hopefully it's under 150 PSI because that's what our pump can go up to. I don't think with our balls being pumped at 8 PSI right now, that it's going to cause much of a difference. So we will set up for my contraption here. Probably see me in both cameras now. I'm hoping, so this is what I'm nervous about right now. Maybe you guys can come up with an idea for me. But what's been happening is as I push this on, guarantee the ball's not going to blow up by the time it vibrates off. So that's our issue right now. It does get a little bit better if I add some weight here. And then do this mic. my settings and change my timeout. And then I actually have 2 basketballs for blow up, so we're gonna go ahead and try to get both of those. Timeout. Okay, let's hope this works out here. 8 psi. Let's see. This is the basketball of science. This was a do not rack. Unfortunately, we didn't get to use a real basketball because we respect the basketball players, even though I don't like basketball. This is pumped 8 psi, which is what the NBA uses. Put a little needle in there. And so it won't blow a hole in my lawn. You don't think it will?
Yeah. It might make like a dad, but I don't know about a hole.
Well, we'll see. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna see if it will just stay on this spot with these calculators on here. You can see that also. I'm gonna turn it on and then go. Can you still see the pressure gauge? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put something the brightness thing. Let's see, it's on auto brightness. Okay, I gotta change that setting. Adaptive brightness off. Okay, let's see if that will work now. Okay. I guess I could just duct tape my phone. That sounds terrible. All right. You guys ready? This is gonna be really loud. People. Can you?
Yep.
Okay. All right, guys. Do you have my safety glasses on so I feel all right? But here we go. This is gonna be really wild here. Okay. I'll be watching it too, and we'll see how high it gets up. I'm guessing it'll get up to around a little bit over 100. That's just my guess.
I think the song is her like the value is eating.
What is it? At like 20 something? Can hear it leaking out a lot.
What? Oops. My fault.
The little pump thing was not screwed on all the way. The little filter thing or whatever. It was like leaking all the air that it was putting into it, and I just like all I did was just screw it just a little bit, and then it seems to want to be working now. So it's at 20 psi almost. So look, this is what it's at right now. So maybe it was getting close enough. It just is taking a while. I'm going to
Hmm.
It was at 90 psi when I went out there. And I actually had it set up to work, so I don't know why it's not showing anymore. So it was pumping it up quite a bit. It's just taking a little longer than we expect it to.
I just can see the white.
I just want this thing to blow up.
Oh.
Dude, that little pump sounds like it's like struggling. Dude, I want this thing to blow up so bad.
Yes.
Hopefully we don't have to wait till Tuesday.
Oh!
What happened? What happened? What happened?
Oh!
Nothing here.
Way.
That was nuts. Oh my gosh. Here, let's go look at it.
That thing is in pieces.
Fortunately, we did not get to read the PSI. Maybe we'll have to try again on Tuesday.
Whoa.
Oh my
But
god.
look at the ball.
Yeah.
It took the needle with it. Look at it.
Oh.
The needle is still in it. Look at it. It ripped from all the stitches. Why does that make sense, right? Because the stress is that's where they had to join it. So that's where the stress it's going to be the weakest, right? Because it's an equal force coming outward at each point. I don't feel like this is the whole ball. Isn't the ball gone?
Look at the Crocs.
Like look at it. Look at this. This I don't think that's the full ball. Where'd the rest of the ball go? Is it in the tree? I don't see.
Wait, what's it? Oh wait, is that just something next to your the whole setup on the left? Probably to your right. Yeah, that way.
This is the other basketball.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea where this other one is.
Yeah, it's definitely
maybe
somewhere
it's on the roof or something. Well, that was slightly terrifying. Oh my gosh, it's all the way over here.
Whoa. I see this.
Yeah.
No
So this ball
way.
had an imperfection on it. All right. Well, maybe I will grab a different needle. And now that we've tested once, I will work my contraption and see if we can figure out a way to measure the PSI. but I do know it was like over 90 psi. Probably a little higher. I'm guessing probably around 100 to 120. So that's pretty wild. That was nuts. That was so loud. I can't believe nobody came over.
Yeah,
and
that was
said
pretty loud.
anything to me.
Love, I jumped so much when I heard that. Now you're seeing double of me.
Once you say this.
All right. Well,
This is it.